It's not a Steelers-Bengals matchup without a few fireworks. Pittsburgh Steelers defensive back Jalen Ramsey and Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase helped deliver in Week 11. Both players received offsetting unsportsmanlike conduct penalties early in the fourth quarter. However, Ramsey also received an ejection and an additional 15-yard penalty for throwing a punch at the Bengals wideout. After the game, it was revealed Ramsey responded with his punch at Chase after the receiver spit on him. The Steelers' veteran defensive back has a reputation for trash-talking and loves engaging at that. But Ramsey made it very clear to reporters that he considers spitting as crossing the line. "We was talking for real, which I'm cool with," Ramsey told the media via Triblev.com's Chris Adamski. Then, as soon as he spit, it was like it was what it was. "I ain't gonna tolerate that part of it." Jalen Ramsey explains Ja'Marr Chase exchange, which led to punch, ejection. According to Ramsey's side of the story, the defensive back and Chase were jawing at each other for quite a while before Ramsey's punch. Based on Ramsey's account, though, the officials were de-escalating things between the two players. That's when, suddenly, things went haywire with the spit and then the punch. Respectfully, I'm always going to be all for trashing talking and stuff like that. I actually enjoy that part of the game. I think people know that, and that's what we was doing, Ramsey said via Adamski. After the first one, the first little thing, the play before, he tried to crack block me, or whatever, you know what I mean? I got up off that and then we got up talking or whatever. He snatched my mouthpiece off my face mask, and that's when I mushed his face mask, and then we whatever. That was just a little scuffle, but the refs told him right there, hey, y'all chill. No more of this.
Cool.
Just talk, so let's keep it clear so everybody's staying here, whatever the next play. Ramsey posted 4 combined tackles and 1 pass defense before his ejection. While he was obviously annoyed over the ejection, Chase had an even more frustrating afternoon. Chase caught only 3 of his 10 targets. He also had just 30 receiving yards. Chase denies spitting, video shows otherwise. What led to Ramsey's punch became a he said situation during the post-game pressers. While Ramsey claimed Chase spit at him, the Bengals receiver denied doing so. "I didn't spit on nobody," Chase told reporters. But Fox 19 Sports photographer Austin Brisky posted a video on X that clearly shows Chase spit at Ramsey during the fourth quarter. Field-level view of the second altercation between Ja'Marr Chase and Jalen Ramsey. Chase said, "I didn't spit on nobody." The video clearly shows he did. #Bengals at Fox 19. Players who throw punches have typically received a 1-game league suspension this season. Ramsey could get the same punishment from the NFL. However, it will be interesting to see if the fact Chase spit at Ramsey changes the league's potential punishment for the Steelers' defensive back. Chase could also be in line for a significant fine, or even a suspension himself. The aftermath of Chase's spit and Ramsey's subsequent punch is just beginning. But Sunday, the Steelers earned the last laugh with a 34-12 victory. The win improved the Steelers to 6-4 and kept the team in first place of the AFC North. Monday's First Call has a health update on Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. We also provide some fallout from the Jalen Ramsey-Ja'Marr Chase spitting incident from Sunday. Shedeur Sanders had an underwhelming debut in Cleveland. The Ravens won again. An ex-Steelers linebacker made a big play. And the Steelers are about to play a surging Bears team. Rodgers' wrist. Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers suffered a left wrist injury during the team's 34-12 win over the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday afternoon. By Sunday night, ESPN's Adam Schefter had an update. He reported, "The initial concern is that Aaron Rodgers has, in the words of one source, a slight break in his left wrist, but the Steelers quarterback will undergo further testing Monday to determine the full extent of the injury and how long he'll be sidelined," per league sources. Schefter added that Mason Rudolph is shaping up to start on Sunday in Chicago. It now is shaping up to be Steelers QB Mason Rudolph versus the Bears next week. It appears that Rodgers got hurt with 17 seconds left in the second quarter when Cincinnati defensive lineman Chris Jenkins Jr. and Myles Murphy hit him. Rodgers braced himself with his left, non-throwing hand. The 41-year-old stayed in for an incomplete pass before giving way to a Chris Boswell field goal. All Mike Tomlin said after the game was that Rodgers would be evaluated Monday. Looking it over. Schefter is also reporting that the NFL will review the apparent spitting incident between Jalen Ramsey and Ja'Marr Chase. Those two scuffled during the game Sunday. Ramsey insists that Chase spat on him during their second dust-up. Chase denied those allegations. But some video seems to support Ramsey's claim. An NFL spokesman said the league will be reviewing the incident between Jalen Ramsey and Ja'Marr Chase. Ramsey was ejected for his role in the fracas. Chase stayed in the game. Philadelphia defensive tackle Jalen Carter got ejected before the first snap of the NFL season in Week 1 for spitting on Dak Prescott of the Dallas Cowboys. He didn't sit out any additional competition because it was determined that he served enough of a punishment for missing that first full game. The Pittsburgh Steelers may need to power through without Aaron Rodgers for at least the next week or two. Rodgers appeared to hurt his left wrist late in the first half of the Steelers' Week 11 matchup against the Cincinnati Bengals at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The four-time MVP tried to break his fall with his arms after taking a huge hit while trying to extend a play deep in Bengals territory. You can watch the play here. Mason Rudolph replaced Rodgers in the second half as Pittsburgh cruised to a 34-12 victory. Rodgers is reportedly expected to undergo further testing on Monday to determine the true severity of the injury, but the initial concern points to a potential multi-week absence. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Steelers' QB1 is feared to have suffered a slight break in his left wrist. It remains unclear for how long Rodgers would have to sit out, but Schefter added that Mason Rudolph is shaping up to be the expected starter for Pittsburgh in Week 12. Rodgers has yet to miss a game this season. He has led the Steelers to a 6-4 record across their first 10 games. Rodgers has thrown for 1,969 yards with 19 touchdowns and 7 interceptions in his 21st NFL campaign.